In any league of this nature, the one thing that all of us fancy doing is predicting. And then each of us look like fools at the end of the day. So when my colleagues told me that this particular episode of Inside the Dugout will be about predictions, I had a wry smile on my face because I know I will be wrong. And if I'm right, that's $1 million miracle. Miracles don't generally happen. How do I predict the IPL? How can I? What are my parameters? My parameters are very simple. The one parameter. I have taken a look at every team. I have taken a look at what could be a possible playing 11. And I have said, okay, team A, team B, take Kolkata versus Mumbai. 11 players playing for Mumbai, 11 players playing for Kolkata, all play to their potential. Now, if all 11 play to their potential, which is a better side? Same for RCB versus Sunrisers or whatever it is. I have done it that way. So my math is clear. What is my modus operandi here? My modus operandi is 11 players playing for Mumbai versus 11 playing for a Delhi or a KKR or a Punjab. All 11 have played to the best of their ability, which is a better side. If I use this parameter to try and understand and decode, I have reached my predictions. And as I said, 99% I could be wrong. Or I will be wrong. And I'm conscious of that because in T20 cricket, if I'm able to get the predictions right, then I could be the next octopus. And I'm not. So having said that, with all these caveats, when I take a look at the teams, who are my playoffs? Let me give you that first. Who are my playoffs? Who are my 4 teams that are more logically to make the playoffs? I will say Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians did not have 2 very good seasons, but when I take a look at the revamped Mumbai Indians side, and I take a look at that batting lineup of Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma, Surya Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Sharfin Rutherford, Deepak Chahar, and I see a Jasprit Bumrah in that lineup, I'm like, boy, if this team doesn't make the playoffs, I will be extremely surprised. Because in a high-risk, high-reward scenario of T20 cricket, Jasprit Bumrah 99 times out of 100 will not concede more than 30 runs. Automatically, you are going into the game with a bank of 20 runs in your kitty. At the same time, you have one of the most explosive batting lineups that the league can boast of. You have a Surya, you have a Tilak, you have a Hardik, you have a Rohit, you have a Quinton, you have a Sharfin. Serious stuff. Serious stuff. If I take a look at some of the other teams, some of them have been depleted. They are not at full strength, and that is why some of these teams are not in my playoff schema. So when I take a look at Chennai Super Kings, for example, in the absence of a Nathan Ellis, how much are they depleted? Can the Chennai Super Kings make the playoffs? Is a question I've asked myself. When I take a look at, say, the Kolkata Knight Riders, and I'm seeing a Harshit Rana not there, can the Kolkata Knight Riders, in the absence of a Harshit Rana and with Mustafizur Rahman not there, can they make the playoffs under Ajinkya Rahane is a question I've asked myself. When I take a look at Hyderabad Sunrisers, I have asked myself, how much will the impact of Pat Cummins not being there be felt? Can Ishan Kishan step up? Can Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma, and of course Travis Head do the job? I think they can. Because in Hyderabad, it's a batting belter. Cummins, the bowler, maybe the impact would not be felt as much. Ishan Kishan in a tremendous mindset after the World Cup win. Pat Cummins should be available for the second half of the competition. I think Hyderabad Sunrisers is definitely a playoff contender as far as I'm concerned. Not many teams are talking about a Delhi Capitals. It's a very good side. It's a very good side. People don't generally talk about Akshar Patel, the leader. I think he's a gun guy. I think Akshar Patel is a gun guy. Someone who can take those 2 catches under pressure, someone who can bat the way he does, someone who could bowl the way he did after being dropped for that one game. He's an extraordinarily good leader of men. Can Delhi Capitals make the playoffs? It's a 50-50 chance. Gujarat Titans. Gujarat has had the most extraordinary record. Champions one season, runner-up one season, playoffs one season. They have had tremendous success at the IPL. And again, the team is a superb one. Under Shubman Gill, he will have everything to prove. Everything to prove as far as the Titans are concerned. And some genuine players, genuine quality players who have also been retained. Some of them have been retained as well. So Gujarat Titans, can they go on and win? Maybe not. But are they a playoff contender? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. somebody like a Mohammad Siraj, somebody like any of these, Rahul Tewatia, who always comes and does the job for the Gujarat Titans. These are really, really good, handy players. Really good, handy players that the Gujarat Titans have in their ranks. So when I take a look at these players, I think they can make the playoffs. Now, if I go to Rajasthan, I do think that is a team that is capable. I do think that is a team that is even capable of going the distance. That's as good a team Rajasthan Royals are. When I see a Vaibhav, I see a Yashasvi Jaiswal, I see a Shimron Hetmeyer, I see a Rian Parag, they can overhaul any total. Any total. Then when I see a Ravindra Jadeja coming into the ranks, he will bring a lot of inspiration. I see real firepower in spin. I see serious quality in that side. Rajasthan Royals have been there, done that, come close many a time. And interestingly, if anybody follows superstition, 18 years back, Ravindra Jadeja was part of that side in the inaugural season when Rajasthan Royals went on to win that coveted title with Shane Warne as leader. Can Ravindra Jadeja's return really push the Royals? So when I take a look at these teams, many of them are good sides. I am not giving RCB the chance of winning because I do think Josh Hazelwood's absence is not something that RCB will be able to make up. I think it's too big a lacuna. I am giving Lucknow Super Giants an outside chance of making the playoffs with two caveats. One, Rishabh Pant as captain will have to bat at the top of the order. You cannot say I will bat 4 or 5. Rishabh Pant in this particular format has to bat at the top of the order to have maximum impact. You have a Makram, you have a Marsh, you have a Puran, you have a Pant. You must make the most of it. Thereafter, you have an Abdul Samad and the rest of the boys, Ayush Badoni. That is a genuinely good side. And the second reason I say this is because Bharat Arun as bowling coach can get the best out of the Indian crop. Mohammad Shami, star for the Gujarat Titans when they won the IPL. Mohammad Shami, can he find a last lease of life under Bharat Arun? And Avesh Khan, a Mayank Yadav, and of course a Mohsin Khan, that can become a very, very good crop of Indian bowlers to go with Digvesh Rathi. So I am giving them a small chance. Winners? Very difficult to say. Kings Punjab came really close. A genuinely good side. Mumbai Indians has not won for a couple of seasons. Extremely good side. If I'm asked to pick two, I will say Mumbai Indians and Punjab Kings are the two teams that can go the distance as far as I'm concerned. But in percentile, my chances of being right will be maximum 10 to 15%. It is impossible to predict the IPL, but that's a fancy that we all take because we love this tournament so much, and these kind of predictions really, really help make a difference to us. It drives engagement and drives fandom. That's all I have in this particular episode of Inside the Dugout. Keep watching Revsportz for more. All our reporters will be on ground bringing you reports with fans, with the color, with everything that makes the IPL what it is. Thanks for watching.